Okay, seeing as we have a quorum, I'd like to call to order this meeting of the Board of Directors of the Waste Reduction District of Monroe County for Thursday, November 13th, 2025. Mr. McGlasson, will you please call the roll?
Piedmont Smith.
Here.
Thomas.
Here.
Wiltz. Jones.
Here.
Swafford.
Here.
Thompson. Madeira.
Here.
You have a quorum in the room and one present virtually.
Right, thank you. So the first item of business today is the public hearing on Resolution 2025-21 to amend the district's fee resolution. This resolution was introduced at our last meeting in October, and it was noticed in the Herald Times on Wednesday, October 29th per Indiana Code. Let me just briefly summarize what the resolution pertains to. It's about amending the district's fee resolution. Proposed amendments include changes to the fees for copying services, latex paint disposal, household hazardous waste material fees for commercially exempt small quantity generators, and green business network membership. So it mostly impacts those commercially exempt small quantity generators with minor impacts on other residents of, well, just county residents. So is there anybody here to speak to Resolution 2025-21? This is the official public hearing on this item. See anybody here in the Nat U Hill room? I also don't see any hands raised. Mr. McGlasson, do you see any hands raised?
I do not.
Okay. Last call for comments from the public on Resolution 2025-21. Right, seeing none, we will actually vote on this item later in our meeting. So that closes the public hearing portion. Next on, oh, yes.
If I could get TSD, we appear to be having a couple of issues. Lee Jones says her camera is still not working, and our controller, Teresa Goen, says that her mic is disabled. We could get those corrected, please.
Yes. Should I wait or? Okay, we don't have a vote yet, so I think we can. For
Commissioner Jones, for her vote to count, she needs to be seen and heard for the minutes.
Right, and actually, can she vote remotely since it is having to do with fees?
On the resolution for fees, no. She should be able to now. Cannot vote virtually for that.
But the other items she could.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the next item is just informational executive committee meeting minutes from September 30th. Are there any questions or comments on that? Okay. Then we will move on to Board of Director meeting minutes from October 9th, and that is a voting item. So we'll need a motion, please.
I'm going to go ahead and move approval of the Board of Directors minutes for Thursday, October 9th, 2025.
I second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions about those minutes? All right, we'll have a roll call vote, please. Mr. McGlasson.
Thomas?
Yes.
Jones?
Yes.
Swafford?
Yes.
Piedmont Smith?
Yes.
Madeira?
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Those minutes are approved. Thank you. We'll move on to the controller's report. And Ms. Goins, are you able to?
Yep,
yeah, it looks like you're unmuted, so hopefully we'll be able to hear you.
Yes. The cash flow summary is on page 25 of your board packet. Here are the balances as of October 31st for the following accounts. Operating, $4,479,905.54. Debt service, $17,252.53. Capital, $46,121.36. Landfill post-closure, $819,433.23. The individual cash flow statements for each of these are on pages 26 through 31 of your packet, and the operating fund graph is on page 28. Are there any questions on the account balances?
Any questions from directors about the cash flows? All right, thank you, Ms. Goins. I don't see any questions, so please continue to the payroll and claims.
On page 32 of the packet, you will have a summary of the pre-approved payroll claims since our last meeting in the amount of $205,448.89. The backup for those numbers are on pages 33 through 69. The payroll claims for approval this week were sent in an email on Wednesday are in an amount of $55,435.87. Documentation was included in the Wednesday email. That brings the total of payroll claims that we're recommending for approval to $260,884.76. Are there any questions regarding any of these claims?
Thank you. Are there any questions about payroll and claims, either from the packet or from what was emailed yesterday? Okay, I have one question. In the packet that was emailed to us, or the claims emailed to us yesterday, on page 8, there's a payment to Plews Shadley Ratcher for $1,162. What is that?
That is the law firm that we use for the Phillips Services Site Superfund settlement.
Okay, thank you. And has the payment for that settlement gone out yet?
Yeah, that's in the packet. That's the first payment in the
right.
detail. Yes.
Sorry. So we can have a motion then for approval.
I'll go ahead and move approval of payroll and claims pre-approved and also today's.
Second.
All right, any final comments or questions regarding the payroll and claims? Mr. McGlasson, will you please do a roll call vote?
Jones,
Yes.
Swafford,
Yes.
Madeira,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Piedmont Smith.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
All right, thank you, Ms. Goins. We move on to Resolution 25-21. This is what the public hearing was about earlier, to amend the district's fee resolution. So let's get a motion on the table, please.
I'm going to go ahead and move approval of Resolution 2025-21.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to amend the district's fee resolution via Resolution 2025-21. Mr. McGlasson, do you have anything to add? I know we already introduced this in October. So.
Yeah, just to remind, this was introduced in October, and that the public hearing at the start of the meeting was, required under the statute before the board could vote on the changes to the fee resolutions. The resolution is on page 71 of the packet, and it has the revised fees attached to that. Following that in the packet is red line versions and a side-by-side showing the changes from what was previous. So any questions, be happy to try to answer them.
Just to clarify, this better aligns the costs that the district incurs with the fees that we ask for, right?
For the household hazardous waste fees, the latex paint is the only change that residential customers will see as a result of this. And then the commercially exempt small quantity generator changes. And that's all done to be more in line with actual costs incurred by the district to get those items, materials properly managed.
Thank you. Any questions or comments about this resolution? Seeing none, do we need to go to the public even though we already had a public hearing, or?
I would.
Okay, just in case, we'll go to the public. Does any member of the public want to comment on this resolution? Seeing none, we will come back for a roll call vote. Mr. McGlasson? And in this case, as we mentioned, unfortunately, Commissioner Jones cannot vote since it does have to do with fees.
Correct, must be in person to vote on this. So. Swafford,
Yes.
Madeira,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Piedmont Smith.
Yes,
Motion passes 4-0.
thank you. We will next move on to Resolution 2025-22 to establish the district holiday schedule for next year. Let's get a motion on the table, please.
I move approval of Resolution 2025-22, easy for me to say, which is the 2026 district holiday schedule, including administrative offices, South Walnut, and the rural recycling centers.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Mr. McGlasson, you want to run through this for us?
I can try. As Commissioner Thomas indicated, there are 3 differing holiday schedules for the different district facilities or locations due to the different operating schedules of those facilities. And as we do every year for the South Walnut and Rural Recycling Center employees, there are floating holidays granted to try to equalize the number of paid holiday hours that all employees receive in a given year. And then on page 86 of the packet, there is a chart showing that comparison. And we would note that this year, with 15 proposed holidays, that chart came out very nicely. And then also, we would note for the record that the 15 holidays identified that the administration office observes does pretty much mirror what the county has already adopted for 2026, with the exception the county is granting January the 2nd, Friday, January the 2nd, as a holiday to its employees. However, we felt that with the recycling centers doing trash and recycling being open the Friday and Saturday after a major holiday like New Year's was important, and we needed to be open for that.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions for Mr. McGlasson or comments? I will just mention, since she's not here, Counselor Wills was very excited with the spreadsheet working out. And it is always nice when it works out so the proportion of holiday hours matches the proportion of hours that the rural site operators work in proportion to the admin staff. All right, we'll go to the public. Is there any member of the public who would like to comment on Resolution 2025-22, the holiday schedule? Seeing none, we will come back to the board for a roll call vote. Please, Mr. McGlasson.
All members will be voting on this item. Thomas,
Yes.
Piedmont Smith,
Yes.
Swafford,
Yes.
Madeira,
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. We'll move on to Resolution 2025-23, salaries for next year. Let's get a motion on the table, please.
Move approval of Resolution 2025-23, a resolution for fixing salaries for calendar year 2026.
Second.
Right, it's been moved and seconded. Mr. McGlasson, if you want to take us through this one, please.
Yep, as we do every year, we established maximum fixed salaries and wages for all district positions. As indicated in the memo on page 87, what's proposed in the resolution is based on the budget for 2026 that was passed by this board and adopted by the county council, and would note that all current employees are at and will be for 2026 the maximum fixed rate for their position.
All right, any questions for Mr. McGlasson or comments on this from directors? I will just note that we are, this is something I've been thinking about in regard to city salaries, and the city of Bloomington does have a living wage ordinance that where the amount is really not keeping up with what you need to live off of in the city. Our lowest salaries are above that, which is great, about $3 above that. But per some calculators, and one that's often used is the MIT living wage calculator, we are still a little bit behind that. I think it's $20.95 for a single person with no dependents, and we do have wages that are at the $19 range. So we might think about that moving forward, but with all the budget uncertainties, you know, we'll have to see if we can make that up. But I just did want to note it. But of course, this does follow what we have budgeted. Any member of the public care to comment on Resolution 2025-23? Seeing none, we will come back for a roll call vote, please.
Jones,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Piedmont Smith,
Yes.
Swafford,
Yes.
Madeira.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. We next have, well, I think Commissioner Thomas is going to leave us here in a moment, so leaving us without a quorum. So we do have department reports and a report from Garden Quest. So I think, Mr. McGlasson, you'd already notified Garden Quest that it was likely we wouldn't get to them, so we'll hear from them in December.
Yes.
Okay. And department reports, if directors have any questions, then we can email those and catch up with our staff if there are any clarifications. One last thing I wanted to say before we leave quorum is that it's very good to see Commissioner Jones, even if it's virtual, and welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully it'll be in person next time.
That would be great. All right.
And it's my understanding you can still have reports without a quorum here.
I don't know if we can continue the meeting.
In the statute, one of the definitions of official action is receiving information. And
okay.
the attorney has advised that a department
Sorry.
report would qualify as receiving information.
Okay, and you do need to leave, Commissioner Thomas, right? Okay. All right, well, let us adjourn then, and we'll see you in December. Thank you.